We've got a beef heifer coming this evening, and I'm not sure how tame she's gonna be. The guy that's bringing her is a professional bull rider, so I don't know how tame his stock is. When I was mucking this corral area out this spring with the tractor, I caught this little fence part here and ripped it up. So I need to take another piece and replace it. Since I don't know how tame she's gonna be, I wanna get this corral area set up in here so that it's pretty tight, so that in case she gets a little bit wild, rowdy, that we've got something to kind of hold her in. So there used to be a panel across here as well, and I wanted to make so that I could separate the corral in half and keep the cow on one side, calf on the other, and let the calf out into this section of the pasture here. And I just put a temporary wire over here when I wanted to close it off. Now I want to put a gate here so that it's nice and solid and I can open and close it very easily. You can be here anytime with that heifer, and I really want to get this done. And of course I don't have a gate the right size. This needs like an 8-foot gate. I've got a 10-footer, so it'll just look a little funny, but it'll work. As he's driving in, I'm starting to get a little nervous, wondering what this heifer is going to be like coming off of this Bumpkin Bull Ranch. As he's backing up, I could see her up there and she looked fine, so I started walking up towards her, and all of a sudden she went nuts. She started running around and around in the back of that trailer. Just for the record, this is the first time I've done any video recording with other people around, so I didn't do a very good job of moving the camera around and getting some better shots and stuff. So I'm sorry about that, but you'll still be able to see what happens. Can you push this gate closed when he pulls forward, like right now?
Instead of cracking all the way through the mud.
Yeah.
So she is kind of going crazy in there. She's a little wilder than I would have wanted, but I think she'll calm down. I'm gonna keep her penned up in this corral overnight, put some hay in there, and I'm gonna put some feed in there, and hopefully she'll settle down. She kind of had to get chased in the trailer to get here, and then she had a long ride in the trailer, and so I think she's just kind of riled up. She's a really nice looking heifer, nice and chunky, and I like the looks of her. Just hope she calms down. I don't want to deal with a loose heifer. There you go, girl. Got Maddie penned up next to her just for a little bit. Maybe a calm cow beside her will do her a bit of good. She calmed down quite a bit since she's been here, what, about 2 hours ago, but she's still really skittish. So I added some boards to the top of my corral here so that she's less likely to try to jump out, and added some wires to the bottom of my gates to the posts just so those are extra sturdy. I'm gonna leave her in here overnight, see how she does. Probably end up actually leaving her in here for a few days. I named her Peaches. Peach has been in the corral for a couple days now, and I'm ready to let her out with my milk cow. They've been standing beside each other a lot with the gate just right in between them. I can tell this heifer really wants to be out with the cows, so I'm gonna let her out with them in the pasture. Hopefully she'll do okay with this electric fence. She's not used to an electric fence. A little scared about that, a little nervous about that, but I think it'll be all right now that she's calmed down. I'm gonna get a couple things ready before I put her out there. I'm gonna move the cow and calf into this paddock right here. This front paddock right here is my tightest one. It's got 3 strands all around, and my fence does shock very hard, but I'm actually gonna go unplug my chicken fence so that the weeds hitting that won't take it down any at all. So I'll move this heifer out and see what happens. Hey, Maddie. Come on, Maple. Here we go, come on. There you go. Now that they are in there, I'm gonna go turn the fence back on and let the heifer out. Get ready for a rodeo. All right, let's see what this fence looks like. It's lighting up all the way to the top. That's all right, Peaches. She really wore some trenches in the ground going back and forth there. Made this thing a nasty, muddy mess. She's kind of skittish and running around that we've been out here and talking and stuff. But she's been doing a lot better. I put some hay in here and she's been eating some of that. Put some grain in here and she hasn't really touched it. I'm not really sure why she wouldn't. I figured she'd go for that first, but I think she just wants to be out with the other cows. I've got them out in the pasture out there now, ready to let her out, see what happens. There you go, girl. Oh, there she goes for the fence. I want to see her get shocked so I know she'll How was that, Peaches? Hopefully she figures out that that's the fence. So now we've got a small herd here. We've got our milk cow, Maple the heifer calf, and Peaches, our beef heifer. It would be so much fun to raise her and keep her and raise calves out of her, but that's just not what we're looking for right now. We don't have enough space for beef right now. Just raising this one for our own processing. I should have gotten a calf last year, and so that I wouldn't have had to spend so much money on getting something this big. It cost me close to $1,000 to get this heifer and to get it hauled up here, which really isn't too bad, but still a chunk of change. I still want to get a calf this year so that then like 2 years from now, I'll be able to have another one to butcher. Having cows at different stages like this is really interesting. A lot of work goes into raising them to be tame and stuff, and I'm just gonna take up the challenge when it comes to Peaches. When we got her the other evening, I was actually kind of scared and nervous, and actually kind of made me sick, but she did calm down. I calmed down, and I just decided to go with it, and I want to get her tame. So I'm gonna start bringing feed out here, try to get her used to me and stuff. Got it again. You'll learn one of these times. That's a pretty hard pop, but that's what we need to keep them in here. The road's right out there. I did a video about the last heifer calf that we trained, and you'll want to watch that one next if you want some tips on how to do that for yourself. And by the way, if you want to join the More Than Farmers tribe with some shirts or some hats, I've got an Etsy shop now where I've got this stuff available. I've got several different hats and shirts and some fun shirts and stuff in there too. So I'll put a link for it in the description below. Make sure you check that out so you can join the tribe and show off what it means to be more than farmers.